show.
Yeah. Hello and welcome everybody. It's 6 o'clock and thank you for being on time, those of you that were here. Tonight we are beginning our first webinar of the 12 weeks to mastering your energy to reach your goal in 2017. I'm Wanda Payton.
And I'm Suzanne Jessica-Arriaga. Welcome.
All right. Welcome. Welcome everybody. We're expecting some more people. I see Michelle has joined us. Yay, Michelle. Before we get going, I'd like to set an intention for today's meeting. Those of you that have coached with me know what that means, but I'm going to explain it. While I'm doing that, I'm going to ask each one of you to silently do the same. In other words, decide what it is you'd like to get out of our time together tonight. So I'd just like to set an intention that we have a lot of fun while we're setting the tone for a sense of community, for sharing and supporting one another, when we begin to focus in on processes and activities that will support us, not just you guys, but us too, in living a more balanced, joy-filled, energetic, and generally healthy life. Right, Suzanne?
Right, for sure. And I want to make sure, and my intention is that we all learn what we need to learn throughout the 12 weeks, because we're all here for different reasons, and I want to make sure everyone hears and learns what they want to hear and learn.
Awesome. So that's our intention. So, okay, great. To make sure this is really an amazing meeting, we want to cover a few housekeeping rules. Here we go. We will be recording each meeting, but in consideration of any comments.
You want to do the next slide, Wanda? Next slide, Wanda?
Well, hold on one second. We will be recording the sessions, but in consideration of any comments or group interactions during the first part of each session that we may want to keep private for the group only, we will we won't record that segment. Okay. So each recorded meeting will be available the following Monday morning via email to you guys. So we ask that all participants, of course, be courteous. If you have a busy background or you're on your cell or on the road, just hit *6. I think that should mute you. And don't forget to hit *6 again to unmute yourself if you're going to make a comment or ask a question. And of course, it goes without saying that as people share, remember to be respectful of different perspectives. And I know this group that has joined us today, so I have no doubt that will occur. So let us begin. I'd now like to introduce and tell you a little bit about my co-originator and co-presenter of our 12-week program, Suzanne Jessica-Arriaga. Suzanne is the author of a brand new, soon-to-be-released book entitled Nourish to Flourish. I've read this book. In fact, I've read the manuscript, and it is a blockbuster. It's kind of like one of those textbooks that you just want to put on the side of your bed, highlight. It's got activities and really great information. She's also a professor of business and marketing at Tracy College in Rancho Cucamonga. She's a certified holistic health coach and a really good friend for many years. Welcome, Suzanne.
Well, geez, Wanda, thanks for that great introduction. Let me tell you right now, but I'm going to tell you to move your slides down, though, Wanda.
Move them down?
They can't see my pretty face. So thank you, Wanda. I'm so grateful to be here tonight as well. Now let me tell you a little bit about Wanda. As many of you may know, Wanda has been a life and performance coach for more than 20 years, and she is the CEO of PEW Associates Alliance, Inc., and founder of Life Energized Coaching, Speaking, and Training. She's also co-authored a Chicken Soup for the Soul book, Life Lessons for Mastering the Law of Attraction, along with Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen. So I'm super excited to be co-presenting with Wanda, with you this evening, Wanda. So
Thank you. Thank
Super
you
happy
for that
about that.
beautiful introduction. Thank you so much.
So
we're
on my
going to meet
screen, I
each
still
one of
don't
you.
see the slide.
You don't see the slides.
I see the slides, but I only see the first slide.
Does everybody else
Maybe
see the slides? Do you meet Wanda? Can you see, what do you see?
I just see the first, the 12 weeks to mastering your energy to reach
Right.
your goals in 27.
That's what I see too. But that's okay, I guess.
Okay.
So
Interesting. Okay, what about now?
there we go. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So now let's move to the next slide.
Okay.
So just in time. Now what we're going to do, everybody, is we want you guys to introduce yourselves. So what we'd like you to do, we want to learn a little bit more about you. We're going to ask each of you to respond when we call on you and answer these 3 questions. We want to know your name. We want to know who's speaking. We want to know what brought you to this coaching series and what you hope to take away and learn during the next 12 weeks. And then lastly, we want you to tell us something good or new that's going on in your life right now. So let's start with Wanda Torres. Are you ready? Uh-oh.
Wanda, are you there?
Okay. Wanda, are you there? All right, let's start with Grace.
I'm here.
Okay, Wanda. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Wanda, so we're asking you the questions on the screen. So your name, what brought you to the coaching series, what you hope to learn in the next 12 weeks, and then tell us something good or new that's going on in your life.
Okay, my name is Wanda Torres. What brought me to the coaching series is I wanted to take me already and she shared a lot with me, and then I attended that first teleseminar, and I could relate to a lot of things that I needed. And then what I hope to learn is really how to prep my meals and manage my intake, which will affect my emotions or like my, you know, just everything all together. Start eating right, be more physically healthy, and yeah.
Okay.
Tell us something good
Tell
or
us-
new that's going on in
Yeah,
your
tell
life.
us something good or new.
Something good or new? Well, God is good in my life, and I am just at a place where I'm starting new things, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen this year when it comes to my business.
Good. All right. Well, thanks for that, Wanda. So now let's move to Eugenie.
Hi.
Are you there? Hi.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Is it okay? My name is Eugenie Sanyel. All right. What brought me to the coaching series? I just basically wanted to get some more, ideas, and I really wanted to draw myself to a business with a purpose. So I felt like maybe, or obviously, I mean, I've coached with Wanda before, so I know I would probably get more of that.
Okay.
Awesome.
And then,
All right. Now,
yeah, go ahead.
just to say, tell us something good or new.
I'm trying, I know 2 languages right now, and I'm trying to learn the 3rd one.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. Hey, well, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's the 3rd language, if you don't mind us asking?
French.
Man.
I want to
Awesome.
learn.
Ooh la la. Ooh la la.
I'm trying to get a trip towards the end of this year to France, hopefully. it happens. But
Awesome.
That's a good goal.
yeah, law of attraction, it's gonna happen.
Yep. All right. So let's move on to, I'm just going down the list here. Let's go to Grace. You there, Grace?
Hi.
Hi, Grace.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes. Welcome.
Okay. So my name is Grace Saliente, and what brought me here? I always look up to Wanda Payton, and I always like to learn from her, especially to improve myself. And what do you hope to learn in the next 12 weeks? Improve myself more. I mean, tell us something good or new that's going on in your life. I think all is working out for me. So,
Okay, good.
You've got good stuff working out in your life. It sounds like, Grace. So is that what you're saying?
yes, all is good.
Awesome.
Okay.
You're
Well,
smiling
welcome.
right now. I can see that smile.
Welcome. All right, so I'm just moving down the list of attendees where I can see their names. So let's go to Lori Brown now. Hi, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Lori Brown, and what brought me to the coaching series is definitely my friendship with Suzanne, and listening and talking to her over the last, several years we've been friends, but just excited about her book launch, and Wanda as well, knowing Wanda for a long time and the energy that you two bring. What I hope to learn in the next 12 weeks is just applying these things that I know and just having the support and encouragement to keep flourishing. And what's good going on in my life, I would say there's a lot of good, steady things, and I'm just trying to make more changes and more improvements just to make me a better person.
Awesome.
All right. Perfect.
Awesome.
Thanks, Lori. All right, so who's
Suzanne, I'm
next?
going to call on Michelle.
Okay, that's what I was going to. I'm going down the list on here. Michelle. Michelle.
She might be muted.
Uh-oh.
Don't forget to unmute yourself, Michelle, if you're muted.
Okay.
She may have to come back. How about
Tina?
Tina?
Come back. Yep.
Hi, I took myself off mute. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay.
All right. Hi. Okay, I have little kids, so you might hear their mouths in the background, but that's all good, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'm here. Wanda's been an amazing mentor to me for the last several years, and I've been following Miss Wanda Payton's beautiful soul. And then what I hope to accomplish, honestly, is a more like systems in place, more of a healthier lifestyle, especially with the morning routine and the eating, and all of that good stuff that's good for our souls. And what's new, I recently just finished getting my master's in family therapy. So that's pretty awesome.
Congratulations. I know that's a lot of hours
you.
of, yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Awesome.
So I'm excited to be, I'm so excited. I loved all of the bullet points that you went over in your introduction. And so I'm just really excited to be joining you.
Awesome.
We're excited you're here.
We're so honored and excited you're here.
Thank you.
So Michelle
Okay,
has
so
gone to a phone.
Okay, I'm gonna
Michelle, are you
mute.
there?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you
I'm
now.
Michelle.
Hi, Wanda. I'm sorry, I switched over.
Hi, sweetie.
Okay, you wanted me to answer those questions, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Michelle Hampton. I'm involved because I've known Wanda for a long time. I've watched her business life, and I was involved in her coaching. And of course, I think she's an amazing woman and a real mentor, someone I can actually put my hands on. Is different from watching a star on TV versus someone you can put your hands on. So, but the reason, what's the next question? What do you hope to learn in the next 12 weeks? I just want to use this as a challenge. I'm familiar with most of what is being talked about and discussed, but it's one thing to be familiar, it's a whole other thing to actually put it into practice and create a habit. So I want to use these 12 weeks to create a habit, so I'm focused and I'm actually doing what I'm hearing, okay, rather than hearing it over and over. And the last question, tell us something good or new that is going on in your life. Oh, wow. Right now, I just wrote an offer on a buyer for my own listing. So Wanda, we know what that means.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
$1 million.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. It's a very good offer. Like I said, a double in on a $500,000 listing. So that's exciting for me.
Woo!
Well, that is exciting.
Is really exciting. No doubt about it.
Yeah, that feels good.
Yeah.
All right. And I think we just have Yvette left, right? Yvette?
Yeah.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm Yvette, and I have a couple of reasons why I'm here. One of them is the last couple of years I've been dealing with the aftermath of a divorce, and I feel like I've only been surviving, and I haven't been truly living and enjoying my life. And this year I decided that I'm going to enjoy life and be the best me I can be. And 2 years ago I started a business, so I want my business to be more organized, and I want to be more organized with my life. So there's a lot of things that I want to work on in the next 12 weeks. The newest, greatest thing in my life right now is I booked a trip to Greece. So that's
exciting.
Yeah. So that's pretty
Greece
much
is
it.
awesome. You'll love it.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I hope you've gotten
now,
a feel for who's on the call. That was awesome.
everybody introduce themselves, right?
Yeah. Did we miss anybody?
Did we miss anybody?
I know Sandy Mayer will be on either Mate or she's showing property. But the good thing about it is she'll be able to catch the recording. So let's move on to what we hope you take away and why. You know, when Suzanne and I decided to collaborate on developing a webinar, we wanted content that could really have a positive impact on the well-being of the women in our social media community and in our local community as well. So we narrowed down 2 really vital topics that we thought were vital: physical and emotional energy management. You see, in my experience as an energy management and performance coach, and many of you can vouch for what I'm about to say, I have first focused on processes which will help manage emotional energy. Over the years, I've come to learn through my own personal experience and the thousands I've coached, one really critical fact, that if you're not feeling well, either due to illness, lack of proper nutrition, bad eating, over drinking, or uncontrolled habits of worry and other negative emotions, it becomes really challenging to focus on uplifting and inspiring thoughts, or even to embark on achieving meaningful goals. In other words, without incorporating physical, emotional, and spiritual practices, it's like getting in a rowboat and rowing against the current. We might eventually get there, but it's going to take a lot of unnecessary stress and energy, and some might not make it. Suzanne and I felt that if just one of you could walk away from this series of webinars with at least one process, which could enhance your physical and emotional health, so that the rowboat would be going with the current rather than against the current, we would have accomplished our intention for our time together. So tonight, we're hoping that you all will see the critical correlation between nutrition, managing emotional energy, and mindset in accomplishing your personal and career goals. And lastly, to really receive the most benefit from these 12 weeks, you must participate with an open heart. And if you do, I promise you, you'll encounter enormous benefits, and you'll learn processes that will serve you for the rest of your life. Okay.
Yes. And I am so excited, and I hope you guys are too. So now what we're going to do tonight is we're going to share with you what the meeting format is going to be for the next 12 weeks. During each one of our hour-long sessions, the first 15 minutes of each meeting is going to be comments, questions from you guys about the workbook exercises from the week before. And you'll also get a chance to share your successes, so get used to answering that question, tell me something new or good. And then you'll also be able to ask for support for ideas to help you to succeed in any of the new processes or any new ways of thinking. So the first 15 minutes is kind of going to be an open sharing format. Then during the next segment, Wanda and I are going to present the topic of the week. And we're going to tell you on the next slide, I believe, what each topic is going to be. And that's when we're going to start to record each month. Each session. We won't record the sharing part. We'll start to record as soon as we start to do the topic of the week.
And then will be the workbook. We'll provide instructions and explanations about what the workbook is, what the exercises in the workbook will entail.
Then we're going to open it up.
Go ahead.
What's it said? Then we're going to open it up for questions. Yeah, we're going to go over that in a second. Then we're going to, you want to probably go back a slide, Wanda. Then we're going to open up at the end of the session for any questions or any ahas. So if you really learned something you thought was interesting, you want to, bring it up again, that'll be the time to do it. And then lastly, Wanda, we're going to have a closing, right?
Yeah, I will close with a word of motivation and inspiration and get you energized for the upcoming week so you can hit the ground running.
So now here's
a topic.
Yep, we got a little bit ahead of ourselves. So obviously this week we're going to be an overview of what's going to be coming up for the next classes and how to get the most out of each class.
Okay. And then week 2 is going to be goal setting 101 and the power of focus, sharing a course for personal achievement, and that will all be incorporated in week 2.
And during week 3, we're going to delve into the power of thought and how important it is to monitor your thoughts, control your thoughts, and then we're going to talk about the law of attraction and how we can bring all that goodness into our lives.
Okay, and then week 4, conquering negative emotions. It's one thing to know that we should think positive or we should be able to manage our thoughts, but it's another thing entirely to have a process to do that. And we're going to talk about the process of conquering your negative emotions when they crop up.
And during week 5, we're going to talk about that self-care. We're going to talk about self-care through exercise, making sure you get enough sleep, how to do that, making sure you drink enough water. And then that's when we're going to be talking about food, what to eat, what the best types of foods to eat, etc. are.
That's going to be a powerful class and one that I can't wait for to really, support me and staying on target when it comes to eating and exercising. And then week 6, the power of optimism and the power of gratitude. We know we should be optimistic and we know we should be grateful, but there's a power behind that. It really has an impact on our lives, and it shifts our thinking when we can stand in the midst of where we are as things are and find conditions and circumstances to be grateful for.
Yep, that is going to be very powerful. Then in week 7, we're going to delve into living in the present moment and how to stop worrying about the past or fretting about the past and worrying about the future, and really delve into living in the present moment.
That particular class is really going to help us to create a process for worry and fear. Because right now, in this present moment, right now, all is well. And if we can learn to be okay, be grateful, to be present in the current moment, that will really support us in managing our fear and worry. And then week number 8, building confidence. We brought that in because I've had clients that come to me and they feel that maybe others in their community or in the industry don't like them or talking about them, or there's a lot of self-talk going on, and it impacts their confidence. And we want to talk about that. How do you stop that self-talk and continue to build your confidence?
And then in week 9, we're going to talk about emotional IQ. We all know we have a intellectual IQ, but we also have an emotional IQ, and we're going to talk about that and what that means in week 9.
Awesome. In week 10, understanding and managing our emotional scale. That's going to be a really intriguing session. In other words, when you look at the ladder of emotions from ecstasy at the top, perhaps all the way to depression and devastation at the bottom, there are many emotions in between those two. And how do we recognize, first of all, where we're at on that ladder, and then how do we slowly, eventually, baby steps move to a higher emotion until we can get to those upper ranges where we're feeling really joyful and happy most of the time. So that's going to be a great class.
Because that's where we want to be in order to do all that law of attraction manifesting, for sure. Then in week 11, we're going to be getting into action. Well, obviously we're going to be getting into action each week, though, with our workbook exercises and our discussions, but week 11 is really going to delve into how to keep in action for the rest of, beyond this class and in your everyday life, the skills you've learned.
We'll be talking about keeping an energy diary and really monitoring your emotional and physical energy, and then what to do about it if it begins to dip. It's going to be a fun class too. And then week 12, it will be our kind of like our graduation. We'll have an overview of the 12 weeks, and we'll go back through, we'll summarize, we'll get your input. It'll be a class of exchanges of ideas, what has really helped you, what you are struggling with, and just a sharing of ideas. Okay.
Yes. It's going to be awesome. So that's our topics for the 12 weeks and how each session is going to go. And as most of you probably already know, you should have already gotten a notification that you have been added to the closed private group, 12 weeks to mastering your energy to reach your goals in 2017. So that's going to be very important to the entire series, because that's where we're going to email you as well, but you're going to be able to find anything you need on there. All the workbook exercises will be on there, information on the call-in information and things like that. And we also want everybody to start sharing. And we're going to make it a place where it's a support for everybody. And we'll also be, Wanda and I will also be available on that platform to ask us questions in between the sessions, etc.
Yeah, we'll be able to hold each other up from week to week. And that's going to be really a important aspect of this whole 12-week series. Now, the workbook exercises, let's talk about that. The workbook, we're not trying to give you homework, it's not junior high or high school, but we want you to activate these processes. And we want you to really be present, and we want you to participate. This is the more that you participate, the more that these series will impact your life, and you'll activate new ideas and processes. So we put together these workbooks for you, and to help you with, making a difference in your emotional and physical energy. So that's going to be something that you're going to always be able to keep with you. Each week you'll get a new workbook. Then let's talk about energy notes.
Well, I just want to say one more thing about the workbook exercise. There won't be one this week. They're going to start after next week's class. So this week, don't be freaking out if you didn't get an email, if you don't see it on Facebook, because it's going to actually start next week with the goal setting series, or the goal setting class. And then energy notes, we're also going to give you energy notes, which are going to look something like this. And they're just going to be tips on things that have to do with whatever our session was for the week. Just a little bit of extra information, and you're going to be able to find those on the Facebook site as well. And we will also email them to you, but that's where you can find them for the most part is on the Facebook site. And they'll just be great tips and other things to just help you master your energy, etc.
Yeah, it's going to help you reinforce what you've learned in the class, and something you can refer to during the week, from week to week. And then we have a surprise for you. We have a goal review session. A goal review session after our class next week, which is Goals 101. We will call you to set up an appointment, on a one-on-one appointment, so that we can review with you what your goals are after we've completed the session. So that's part of this class that you paid for, and that you've got this amazing price for. Is a one-on-one session with one of us. Yay, for 30 minutes.
Yeah, and that's
my 30 minutes
important. Those 30 minutes, yeah, that's going to go by really quickly, but that's going to be really important that you do the workbook exercise for that week, especially before we actually have those goal review sessions. So how are we doing? Do we have any questions or comments so far? Anybody have any questions about the format or what's going to happen or anything? Any questions? No? You guys just got it all?
So I have a question. Okay. Maybe I missed it, but you said, so there's going to be a workbook, and I didn't hear, are you emailing that to us for us to print out, or how are we going to get that? I did hear where you said it's not going to come right away, maybe.
Okay, the workbook, it's going to be workbook exercises, and they're going to come each week. So you're going to have a different exercise. We're calling them a workbook exercise each week. So we're going to email them to you after the session. So next week after the Goals 101, and then they'll also be found on the Facebook page.
That says, says, yay!
Yay. Oh, yeah, somebody's using the chat room. Yay.
Yeah, yay. So, Wanda, do you have any other questions, sweetie? Because what we're going to do is we'll email you the workbook. You'll get the energy notes on the closed Facebook page, and then the recorded session will send you a link via email on that, right? Right, Suzanne? That's what we decided?
We'll send a link, but everything will be on the Facebook page as well. So we will email you things as we go along, but if you want to look back, it's week 11 and you want to look back on week 6 at the workbook there because you missed it or whatever, it'll be on Facebook. So that's where you'll find.
Yeah, sorry. Do we have access to these PowerPoints just in case I missed a bullet and I wanted to maybe print them, or are they in the workbook, or in case I want to go through each topic, like the PowerPoint from tonight, from each week?
Yeah, we can.
Will we be able to?
Yeah.
It'll be on the recorded. Go ahead, Suzanne.
Oh,
answer.
I was going to say they'll be on the recording, but there's no reason we can't just put them up on the Facebook page as well, right, Wanda?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You can put them up on the Facebook page, too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just so I can see the bullets on the visual. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
You can have you'll have the recording with the PowerPoint, and you'll also have the PowerPoints as well, access to both.
Yeah, yeah. We want to give you as many resources as we can possibly give you, holding nothing back. So tonight's going to be a little bit shorter because this is an overview. We have anybody that you have in mind that you think might want to take advantage of this amazing, power-filled class at this price. You can still get them in before next week's meeting. But after that, the doors close because we want everybody to be, on the same page. This is kind of an overview. This is kind of like an introduction to the course and answer any questions. But next week, we want to make sure that the classroom doors are closed and everybody is on the same page. Okay? So let's move on. I just want to say congratulations to you, and Tina, to you too, on taking the first step to mastering your energy to reach your goals in 2017.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I keep muting and unmuting because I don't want to interrupt, but I just want to say thanks, ladies.
Yes,
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Grace, Lori, Michelle, Wanda, Yvette, Eugenie. Hannah may not make this meeting, but she's definitely going to be listening to the recording. Each and every one of you that has taken the time and energy and invested in this course for yourself. Congratulations. And as you embark upon the next week, here's your affirmation and your intention that I just want to go over with you, that I wish that collectively, and I pray that collectively, we set an intention for each other, that you notice that the world is spinning in perfection, that life is full and fun, and people are uplifted in your presence. And well-being is the order of the day. I don't care what it looks like at this moment. Well-being is trying to get in to make an appearance in your life. So congratulations in making the decisions to invest your time and energy in yourself in this powerful way. This is going to be a powerful 12 weeks, not only for you, but for Suzanne and myself. Suzanne will be able to really pull in some really key points from her book, Nourish to Flourish, which is amazing. So that's going to end our program. Suzanne, did you have a few words you want to say before we end?
I was just going to say that I'm just so excited that you're all here, and I want you all to have an amazing week, and next week be ready to talk about goals. It's going to be a little different than what it's going to make you really think about your goals. It's going to be an interesting session. So
yes,
hope everyone has a great week.
Have an amazing week. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great week,
Thank
ladies.
you.
Have a great week.
Okay. We'll see you next week.
See you next
See you
week.
next week.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.